Are we live yet? Happy game day, everybody. Hey. Hey, happy game day, everybody. We got Seahawks Eddie here. What's up, buddy?
Not much. How you doing?
I'm good. We got we got the Saturday night game. I think we got hosed. I'm
Sure
just
did.
being plain fully honest here. The Steelers and the Ravens, those teams are first round ducks. Like, who wants to see it? When it comes to us and the Seahawks, probably not first round ducks.
Oh,
And it's just why does the whole country want to watch the Steelers and the Ravens play? Like, seriously, that neither of them have been spectacular. And when it comes to a game, team versus team, the Seahawks and Niners is always a good game, especially lately.
sure is.
And I just East Coast bias, right?
Right.
That's what it has to be. It has to be East Coast bias. It's like, we're both like, when did you guys play last week? Did you guys play? You guys played on Sunday, didn't you?
Yep, against Carolina.
And we had the Sunday night game, which I don't know if you watched that or not, but that was a pretty exciting game.
That. I mean, it got exciting in the second quarter.
Well, I was watching it like, right off the bat, the pick six. I was going, okay, we can't be doing that all game. Then they just walked it down and scored a touchdown. I was like, Chicago's defense overall rank wise, they're in the bottom like six. I think they're like 27th, something like that. So they give up a lot of yards, but they get a lot of turnovers. So, I expected us, as long as we take care of the ball, to be able to move the ball against them. The week before we, beat the Colts actually have a pretty good defense. I don't think they're top 5. I know they're top 10, but they have a pretty good defense. And we were able to do whatever we wanted to there. Our punter actually Sunday night punted for the first time since November.
Wow.
That over the course of the last couple of games, that like during the Colts game, they showed him on the sideline doing football activities, just trying to keep himself from being bored. And the commenters were like, or the analysts were like, this guy hasn't punted since November. And he's over there, like fake punting, just trying to keep himself occupied. It was funny. It was probably one of those, hey, look what the punter's doing. This is a perfect opportunity type of things, But yeah, I mean, like defensively wise, you guys are second in the league in points against, 18.1, right?
Right. That's correct.
You guys have 24 turnovers, which I think the Bears are somewhere like 33 or 34. They're up there. But I mean, when it comes to yards a game, you guys are 5th overall. Right. So your defense is pretty good. You got pretty good defense. Our defense points against we're 13th at 22.4 though. You guys are at 18.1. I don't know if I said that. Turnovers, we got 16, although the first 7-8 games we were allergic to turnovers. Like we literally had none for I think it was 6 games in when we got our first one, something like that. When it comes to overall, we're 19th in giving up yards a game, but still the whole 13th in points thing. That's got a lot going. That's got some stuff going on there. So offensively, we've been putting up some yards all season, and haven't necessarily put up a lot of points, right? But we're 7th overall in the league. You guys are 8th overall in the league. And that's I look at that like that's just yards gained though, right? Like that doesn't account for red zone percentage and all that stuff. Like you guys played against the Colts and you saw that their defense is pretty good.
Yeah.
Because you guys kicked a bunch of field goals against them, right?
Yeah. Good. And I'm shocked we won that game.
And just that comparison right there, because of what we did to them and what you guys did to them, I look at it like this game comes down to our offense versus your defense. Because your offense, Sam Darnold might give us a turnover or two. You never know, but our offense is on fire right now. 240 burgers in a row. Like the Bears, their defense ain't that great. They're good at getting turnovers. They got one off of us, but their defense ain't that great. But we still got 240 burgers in a row. Brock Purdy's on fire. Since he started doing the Dougie, he's got 15 touchdowns. This is combined touchdowns, rushing and passing, and three INT. So, I mean, the guy's on fire right now, And Sam Darnold's kind of, I mean, the last 8 games I've seen. Now, I actually looked at the numbers and added it up, and some people are saying he's only got 13 turnovers. I know he's got it's like 9 INT and 7 fumbles. I don't know how many of those fumbles were lost though. So that's why it could be 13 turnovers. But he's got 9 touchdowns and 13 turnovers in the last 8 games. People make jokes about him seeing ghosts,
Yeah.
But I don't know. Either way, I mean, what do you like, Sam Darnold versus Geno Smith? Which one's better?
I think Geno because, no, Sam Darnold because if we had Geno Smith, I don't think we would have even had like 10 wins. We probably think we'd be lucky to be like 10-7, maybe 11-6.
Yeah, you guys got one over on the Raiders there. Didn't you get like a 3rd round pick for him?
Sure. Yes, we did.
Yeah, you guys got one over on the Raiders there. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I think we took. Yeah, we got Jalen Milroe from Alabama.
Now Bebop, we still haven't. Let's say hi to Bebop. This guy was here before the show started. He's dedicated, faithful.
Hey, what's
I don't
going
know
on?
if Trent Williams is playing yet. He didn't practice all week. It's not looking good, but he's a game time decision. So 90 minutes before the game is when they're required to report that. So that's something that everyone needs to like memorize or whatever. 90 minutes before the game, look at it and we'll know if he's playing or not.
Okay.
Crazy Juice. What's up, buddy? Yes. I was actually telling Seahawks Eddie that our defense can't stop a baby from crawling right now. They need to wake up. We're getting Renardo Green back. That might make a huge difference here because the Seahawks have JSN, they have the aging Cooper Kupp, which I mean honestly he's a great route runner. He's not the fastest guy in the league though. We have a linebacker that can outrun him. That guy that got the pick 6 that sealed the Colts game, D Winters. He actually runs a sub 4.50. He can run with a lot of wide receivers in the league. So, if he's playing on point, then he'll probably like your tight end has stepped up the last several weeks. So he might be covering your tight end, When it comes to our other linebacker, Luke Gifford, he's great special teamers. I don't like seeing him in coverage.
Well,
so I'm hoping that they're able to, that we just leave a nickel out there. Like Upton Stout's good to go. Leave him out there instead of Gifford, please. But yeah, it's just this is our defense is. They say bend but don't break, but that bit they're bending a lot. Like it's hard to bend a pipe in a whole circle, but that's pretty much happens every game so far. Bryant, what's up, buddy? Bryant Cope. I told Joe Stevens we were going to be here. I'm surprised he's not in the chat talking smack. We were all in his chat. That was actually kind of funny.
Yeah. Oh, I tuned into that for a little bit, but last night.
Seeing who else is here, probably not a lot of people.
Okay, because I remember. Okay, you remember our game against the Rams that Thursday night? Yeah.
Yes, I do. I watched that game and I was like, I was just, I'm not a fan of either team, so I'm just kicking back watching it, going, wow, the Rams are up big going into the fourth quarter. I'm like, so it ain't over, and then the Seahawks come roaring back. I was like, yeah, buddy, and that whole 2-point conversion. Now, a lot of people are making a big deal about a fumble can't be advanced. Okay, learn the rules. That was a backwards pass.
It was.
It wasn't a fumble because it doinked off a versus helmet. Doesn't change the fact that it's a backwards pass. Okay, that ball is live until it's picked up. Period. The refs screwed up blowing the whistle on that play. I'll say that right now. It's almost like I think these refs need more training. NFL rules are complicated, but they need more training because they shouldn't have even blown the whistle at that point. Charbonnet was the closest player, though. I don't think a Ram would have got to that ball. I think it would have been him in the end zone. But either way, that was a good game. Rams are on a 2-game slide, which is kind of nice to see.
I think we broke. Yeah, we broke the Rams.
I hope so.
Yeah, and that was our night. We gave our kicker said, "Well, no, we don't need your services today."
I honestly think they'll use the Cardinals as a get right game. I wouldn't be surprised. Like, I don't know if the coach of the Cardinals will be there past, the end of the league year. Well, that's all yet to be seen. That's not a us problem, though. But it's like, it's painfully obvious that Kyler Murray isn't going to be with the team next year. And they have currently, I think are they a top 5 pick? I would have to look. But it's like, at this point, it's the tank fest of week 18. Yeah. Like, the Raiders have the first overall pick. They're not winning that game against the Chiefs. They already shut Brock Bowers and Zach Crosby, their 2 best players, down for the year. It's painfully obvious what's going on there. Arizona, I just don't see them doing what they got to do to win that game. Why? Because at this point, you're going to be moving on from your QB. You have a high draft pick. What are you going to do with that high draft pick? Right?
Right. They're cleaning house.
That's exactly it. This is kind of a state of the NFC West right now, folks, what we got going on here. But, I mean, the Rams, they lose, they're like, oh, we lost 2 offensive linemen. I'm like, well, don't feel bad for you. Okay? I feel bad for nobody that's missing players from injury because we've had it pretty bad this year. We're still missing our 2 best defensive players, and these guys are all pros. So, our left guard was musical chairs until Spencer Burford got healthy and took it over. Our centers even missed a couple games, and he got to see the backup play, and the backup played well enough to the point where I was like, just bench him. But he come in and started playing well. Like the last 6 games, our offensive line has really stepped up, and they've looked pretty good. So that's been one of our biggest weaknesses, and we're going up against your pass rush, which you do have a pretty good pass rush.
Yep.
You know, so that's a good thing that they're playing good right now. That's why I keep saying it's our offense versus your defense. Like, I honestly think your offense, JSN's a beast. You know, we would be absolutely crazy to just step back in soft zone coverage against him all day. You know, we'd be crazy to. The smart thing to do would be give the two players what they want, and I've seen the social media posts. Lock up Lenore on JSN, give him help over the top. There you go. And then you know, everyone else, if you want to step back into it, I don't want to play a soft zone though. I'm not a fan of the zone because it has holes, and there's openings for a player can find a soft spot in it, catch pass. You know, that's how we've given up all these yards to like Phillip Rivers and you know all these other like what was it, Caleb Williams, oh, Tommy Huxley. Tommy Huxley in the building. He picked the Seahawks, just so you know. Kenny did too.
Oh yeah, because I was watching your stream also. I was like, okay. I mean, I guess there's nothing wrong like being honest. Yeah, because I know, like, I mean, I don't think he believes in the defense either. Like, because I've watched some of you guys' highlights. It's like, oh man, it's like no one's doing their job on that defense.
Well, and it's up to Salah to get everyone whipped into shape. Because I mean, the last couple weeks, giving up that much to Old Man Rivers, you know, no, he's not a bad quarterback, but giving up that much to a guy that's had one game and hasn't even shook off the rust yet. We got. He's like, you're riding a fine line between being too aggressive. Like, this is what he said in his press conference, and not being aggressive enough. So I'm trying to find the middle ground. I'm like, you're not being aggressive enough, is what I'm seeing. Like, if you gotta send an extra pass rusher, send that Luke Gifford guy, you know, because he can't cover anyone anyway. So just send him. You know, it's like the you know, the Rams. This is a defensive example. So their pass rush, if you watch their games, they have 5 linemen on the field. So why are they getting so many sacks? Because they have 5 linemen on the field, not 4. Right? It's like what's his name? Byron Young, or is it Bryce Young? It's Byron Young, right?
Yeah.
All these guys, you know, I'm not great with names, so don't mind me. And then you got Jared Verse on the other side, and in the middle you got Poona Ford, Kobe Turner, Braden Fisk. But you will see all 5 of those guys on the field. Okay, why are they getting through to the quarterback? Because it's 5-on-5. You know, you can't double team anyone if you're pass rushing 5. So maybe we need to take a page out of their book and start rushing 5 linemen and leave that guy Luke Gifford off the field and just put a lineman in. I'm just saying, right? Like, but Chosen says, "What's up, Eddie? Seen you in Sam Dog's chat."
Oh,
haven't seen. I'm not subscribed to him. I gotta work on that.
Oh yeah. Oh, Sam Dog's a good guy.
He is. He is. I respect Seahawks defense. Diehard Niner fan for life. I have a concern about Brock and Sam, who is going to lead their team. Now, right now, if you're looking at who's hot and who's not, I think we got the edge in the QB situation there. You know, Brock Purdy's on fire. Like, and it was funny because I saw this thing since doing the Dougie. I was like the Dougie has anything to do with it. The guy is on fire right now. You know, he's in midseason form. he wasn't with us for around half the year, you know? So it's hard for a guy to get going when he's just barely starting the season midway through the season. So he got going. The last several games, he's been putting up numbers, doing what he's got to do. And, you know, at this point, our offense is on fire. Your defense can stop us. So the question is, who's going to win that battle? You know, when it comes to our defense versus your offense, it's a question of are they going to get turnovers? That's a big question.
Uh-huh.
And are they going to give up touchdowns, or are they going to make you guys kick field goals? So, you know, that's what our defense comes down to. I mean, they're going to give up yards.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what Saleh has game plan wise. You know, I don't know if he's going to be ultra hyper aggressive to try to, you know, make Sam Darnold see ghosts and throw a pick or two, or you know, I mean, we'll see what happens. But so let's talk about the players that are playing. All right.
All right.
So George Kittle, Ricky Purcell, Keon White, Renardo Green, and Upton Stout are going to be playing tonight.
Uh-huh.
All reports are pointing at they're going to be playing tonight. Trent Williams, it's still iffy. And a reason why our backup left tackle looked decent last week, right?
Right.
I'm going to tell you the reason why. Trent Williams gets a veteran day off on Wednesday every week. So that guy has been starting with the ones. He's been practicing with them once a week, every week, the whole season. So that makes sense why he looked comfortable over there, right?
Right.
But, I mean, your injury report, your starting left tackle, Charles Cross, is out.
Uh-huh.
Your backup left tackle, I don't know, is Josh Jones your swing tackle, or is that just a backup left tackle? He's a swing tackle, ain't he?
He's a swing tackle.
So he is questionable with an ankle injury. Kobe Bryant, their safety, is looking doubtful right now.
Yeah. It'd be no point of playing him because you want to rest your knees.
I mean, it's like this. If you win, you get the number 1 seed. If you lose, you get the 5 seed and you go to Carolina or Tampa Bay. I mean, if I was a Seahawks fan, I wouldn't be scared either way. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. But I will say, like, oh yeah, definitely JSN is one guy you guys definitely have to watch out for.
He definitely is. He is probably one. I think isn't he on top when it comes to yards a season right now?
Yep.
Isn't he like the best?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah, he is. He is a fantastic wide receiver. You know, I can't talk smack on the guy. He's really good. You know, but then you know you got guys like Raheed Shaheed, right? Did I say his name right? I'm
Rashid Shaheed.
Shaheed. Okay, so he's going to be playing. He was a trade line acquisition from the Saints.
Uh-huh.
And then you have your tight end Barner, right?
Yep.
And then they have a 2-headed, you know, monster at running back, Kenneth Walker and Charbonnet.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Right.
And from what I've seen game-wise, I think Walker's more or less your number 1 running back. You know, I've seen the guy make some plays. I just look at that like, why isn't that guy getting more carries? You know, but there's a reason why, because you guys have JSN and you have to feed him, right?
Yep. because you know how like Puka's trying to is trailing behind him, but you know JSN is just like trying to make. He wants to try to get to 2,000 yards.
Hey, how many yards does he need?
I think he needs 200 plus.
Ooh, look at this. Why are you asking Tommy Huxley? Now, the Tennessee Titans game, we gave up some running yards. I don't think. I think Robert Saleh was expecting them to pass the ball. So that's how he was calling that defense when I saw that watch the replays. But our run defense is actually pretty stout. How we played against the Colts was stop Jonathan Taylor and make Phillip Rivers beat us, and he stepped up. Not gonna lie, he stepped up, right? How we played against the Bears was, and I don't like I said, we couldn't stop a baby from crawling during that game. But their defense couldn't stop a baby from crawling either. We just did whatever we wanted on offense.
Yeah, because I was watching that final play of that last game, because I know that was the part where everybody was like on the edge of their seats.
Oh yeah, and Caleb Williams, shout out to the defensive lineman. I don't know if it was Yetur Gross Matos or Sam O, but the defensive lineman that was running at him, he threw it in pretty much to the ground. But over in the other corner of the end zone, there was DJ Moore standing there doing jumping jacks, trying to get the ball.
He could have
wide open, no one around him. Yeah.
I was like, because I was watching, like, you didn't know he was wide open?
Well, Caleb didn't see him because he was more focused on that defensive lineman that was coming at him. So, shout out to the defensive lineman for keeping up the effort. If he didn't do that, then I guarantee you he would have had an extra time to see him. And, that game, the outcome would have been different. This isn't now this is true. We do, Salah's a good defensive coordinator, and we had Sam Darnold on our team. So that's one thing we got going for us is we do know the guy.
I think I remember when you guys had him, like, I don't think he ever saw maybe there was 2 games he saw the field as like, so I remember that Christmas game against the Ravens. Because like that's what I saw. I was like, oh, he's because I was watching like did Brock get hurt? Was like I guess the guys took him out because it said his Brock's night was done. And they put in Sam Darnold.
Well, we did that for one game, I think. That was 2023, but we did that for the last game. Didn't matter. We were there. We were, the outcome did not matter in any way, shape, or form. So it's like we pulled our starters. We started, Sam Darnold, and that would probably more than likely be Renardo Green, who's back from injury after missing the last couple weeks. That guy makes a big difference. Like if you look at when he plays and when he doesn't play, we give up a lot of points when he doesn't play.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Well, okay. I wanted to add another thing. Okay, what that final game against the Rams when you guys like took your starters out is like, to me I thought it was funny how like the Rams fans were bragging about that win. It's like they're throwing Super Bowl parades. Bragging about a game that didn't even matter.
Well, it's kind of funny because we beat them. at their house earlier in the season,
Mm-hmm.
and they come in, they were rolling, they're hot, and then they kicked our ass. I'll just say that right now, they did. But it's like right now, who's hot and who's not? Playoffs are about to start. I think don't you guys have a 6-game win streak?
Yep.
And we have a 6-game win streak. So we're both hot rolling in. The Rams, 2-game skid. Playing against the Cardinals, and they will be playing their starters because if they lose this game, they go to Philadelphia.
Yep. Because I know,
and it's like,
because I don't think any of us want to go to Philly.
I'm not scared of them.
I'm not scared of Philly either.
I mean, the reason why is, a lot of people are like, oh, their defense is really coming on. Their defense is okay, but look at who they're playing against. Okay. And Jalen Hurts has lost his touch. He's gone downhill this season. So I'm not afraid of Philadelphia. Their offensive line hasn't looked that good. Jalen Hurts has been missing throws, and it's just like I'm not afraid of. Is there any team in the West in the NFC I'm afraid of? No, not really. We've played you guys week 1 and beat you. Yeah. We played the Rams and beat them. They beat us. So that's even Steven. We played the Bears. We beat them. We played the Buccaneers and got beat when the Buccaneers were hot. Now let's talk about not, right?
Oh. Yeah. I mean, we're both coming off losses to the Rams. I mean, okay, we both lost to the Buccaneers too. Because that interception, that hurt us too.
You guys played the Bucs while they were hot and lost too.
Yep. I mean, okay, no excuses for me there. It was like right now, it's like I would call that a very inexcusable loss.
Ooh. Bebop's talking about the Eagles. Jalen Phillips has been real quiet. He had that one good game after they traded for him, but then it's like, who's that guy? The Eagles. But Tommy, it was a close game. It was a close game. Wasn't it like 38-35?
Yep.
Yeah, it was a close game, but the Bucs were hot back then. Now, they've fallen apart. They haven't done anything drastic with their roster in years. So their core is aged to the point where I don't know if they're the oldest team in the NFL. They might be. But at this point, they're falling apart. Carolina Panthers are a question mark. Both teams are first round ducks because they will be facing an NFC West opponent. Both teams are first round ducks. Now, and the Bears, they got to beat the Lions. The Lions could actually play spoiler and kick the Bears down to the 3 hole.
Mm-hmm.
And if that's the case, that means we would be going to Chicago if we lose this game because the Rams somehow have the common opponent tiebreaker against us.
Yeah, because I think we now hold the tiebreaker over the Rams too.
You're up 2 games on the Rams. There's no way they can catch you. So if you guys lose, you're automatically the 5 seed. You get winner of the NFC South, which is an invitation to the divisional round, pretty much, in my opinion.
Yeah, you might as well call that a bye week too. What do you think of? Because you know how right now the Panthers, the Buccaneers are don't. I know I picked the Buccaneers, but I wouldn't be surprised if Carolina wins it again.
I wouldn't be surprised either way. I mean, there's still a way the Bucks can lose, though. It's like it has to do with the Saints Falcons game. Like, if the Bucks win, they could still end up on the outside. I think it's if the Falcons win because that affects the tiebreakers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we both can still say thank you, Atlanta, for closing the door on the Rams for trying to get the number 1 seed.
Oh yes, I was watching that game going. Atlanta's up big. I'm like, oh boy, here come the Rams. They're storming back, and then it's just like I'm looking at Stafford like, bro, are you all right? I know you're not listed on the injury report, but he doesn't look like he's healthy. You know, and we all know about the back injury. I don't know if the what they do, they did an epidural before the season started. So I don't know if he needs to go in for another shot, or I have no idea, But either way, he doesn't look up 100% when he's on the field right now. And that makes me wonder if it's missing Devontae Adams that has him looking that way.
I think so.
And honestly, it's like you guys lose one player on your offense. Yeah, the offensive lineman. Yeah. But still, you lose a position player on offense and you guys can't win a game. Like, I have no sympathy for injuries again. You know that. We're still missing Fred Warner and freaking Nick Bosa. We won't see either of those guys till next year.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, because you remember in that fight when we were in the red zone, it's like, yeah, Nick Bosa, like he pancaked Abraham Lucas just to cause that fumble.
Yeah. And Warner says he is coming back for the division. We have to make it there.
Gotta make it there first.
Yes, and that's what Tommy said in his next round. Next one, we gotta make it there first.
Yeah, because I know some people are like already talking about the Super Bowl, but gotta get there first.
Yeah, there's no point in talking about something that isn't. We're not there yet, and that's that. The Super Bowl is at Levi's, folks. So if somehow, some way, the Niners can do what they've done all year and get a win tonight, which there's a lot of games. It's like, how are we going to win this? We got nobody, and they win. But if they can do what they've done all year and sneak out a win by 1, by 20, I don't see it. I see it being more like the by 1. Then we end up with the 1 seed. Our injured players get an extra week to heal, and we ain't packing our bags for the rest of the season. We're just playing at home. Another thing too is, it's an away game, the Super Bowl, for whatever NFC team makes it.
Yeah.
Even though it's at Levi's, it's an away game. So the AFC team gets to practice at our facilities, which are known to cause leg injuries. And, the team coming in gets to go practice wherever the NFL decides to set up, which we'll see what happens there. It's kind of an interesting story. It's like, like somehow, and our team, our offense is good enough to win a Super Bowl. Our defense, I look at it like the young guys we have, they just keep getting more experience every game, right?
Right.
So every game that goes by, they get that experience. And if somehow we can, win a playoff game, that's one more game of experience.
Right.
So, and you never know. As these guys been going, some of these guys have been getting better, but we still give up a lot of yards to the soft zone. And that's something that kind of drives me nuts. Like, why do we play a soft zone all the time? Saw a bend, don't break, but the last couple, against the Colts and the Bears, there's been a lot of breaking going on, buddy. So, that aggressive play call at the right time needs to happen. But I honestly expect one hell of a game tonight.
Yeah.
A lot of people are like, last week, the Bears and Niners going to be the game of the year. I kind of expect that to happen tonight.
Mm-hmm. I mean, a certain somebody called this and said, it says like it's going to come down to this game.
Hey, I think I said something at the beginning of the year about that too. Like, this year's setting up. Like, look at week 18. We got the Seahawks at Levi's. Reminds me of 2019 when we played that game. That was a good game too, wasn't it?
I was just gonna say that too, because I remember watching the highlight of the game. Because I watched that highlight of like, he's Jacob Hollister is like a half a yard short.
It was more like 4 inches. Like
inches short.
When they were showing the highlight from down the line, I was like, that much. That's what we won the game by. That much. It was a great tackle too. I mean, Dre Greenlaw. But here we are, buddy. It's game day.
Yeah.
I gotta start my preparations. I gotta get me some food to cook. I'll just be watching the game tonight, and
I'll be missing it tonight.
Oh, do you got to work?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Oh, that sucks, bro.
Because I looked at it like, it's not showing on Peacock or Amazon Prime.
Oh, so they're actually televising this one.
Yep.
Nice. I think the whole streaming apps thing is annoying. Like, I know it's how they get their TV money, but it's still very annoying. It's like, do you guys have to do that? I feel like you don't. Like back in the day, it was all everything's on national TV. Everyone's watching. Now it's like, you got to have this Amazon Plus, YouTube Premium, or not YouTube Premium, the NFL Sunday Ticket, or this or this or this. Or I actually use now not sponsored. We're not sponsored. YouTube. We are not sponsored by anyone I'm naming. I use NFL Plus.
Mm-hmm.
It's like $16-17 a month for the premium, and like I get all the Monday, the Thursday night games, the ones that are shown on, like, I don't have ESPN. I hate ESPN. Okay. Well, no, I don't hate anyone. I very much don't like ESPN. So, I get all the Monday, Thursday night games on that. I can watch the replay of my game as many times as I want. Right.
Uh-huh. Right.
And you get the all 22, the coaches tape. You get access to that. It's like 24 hours after the game, but you get access to that. It shows the play from different angles. So you can see, you can like thoroughly watch, like, what the F was this guy doing on that? You get to see what the cameras missed pretty much.
Do you have NFL Network?
I don't like paying for anything like NFL Plus. That $17 a month. That's all they're getting from me.
Yeah, because I know, because usually, when it comes to the draft, it's like I just turn it to my local channel. Okay, but when it's day 3 is, because I think the first 2 days it's on ESPN.
Okay, Chosen. Who's our best player on defense right now? It's pretty much Damador Lenore. I probably said it as Diamador Lenore. Like I said, I'm horrible with names. and the rest of the group, the youngins. Pretty much, that's what it is. We do have Bryce Huff, although he hasn't had a sack in many games. But yeah, it's pretty much the Diamador, Lenore, and the youngins. Our safeties. We have Jason Pinnock, the vet, but the rest it's like Jair Brown, Mustafa, the rookie Marquez Siegel. We have what? We have 2 rookie defensive tackles that, as of late, has been making some plays. Well, that's the thing is I don't know what Salah's game plan is here. See, if it's step back and play soft zone, you guys are going to be attacking the whole field, and he might just do a soft zone, the Sam Darnold self-destruct thing. That could be a thing, but we'll just have to watch the game and see.
Yeah.
He might just lock up Lenore on JSN, so those guys will get their wish. But then Lenore needs help up top. So we'll see what happens. I mean, with Renardo Green coming back, there's a possibility that they lock up our corners in man and just give them safety help over the top. It's something that Salah hasn't done since Green's got hurt, though. Ooh, John Jay, what's up, buddy?
Yeah. What's up, John Jay?
Yeah, these are the youngins, like I was talking about. Winters, Mustafa, and Green, that's our guy that's been missing. And, I mean, the last 2 games, we've given up some serious points without that guy. We're at the point where it's like we've lost too much. Let's not lose anymore. All right? Like, everyone stay healthy.
Yeah, this is not a time to be losing to anybody else.
It's really not. Now, the draft capital teams were asking, I'm not down to get fleeced. I'm kind of with John Lynch here. Like, the Jets straight raked teams over the coals. They highway robbery, Maybe we could have got Bradley Chubb from the Dolphins for cheap, but his contract was an issue.
Mm-hmm.
He's still under contract.
Uh-huh.
Like, it'd be $20 million a season for the guy, and I don't think he's worth that.
No.
We did get Keon White from the Patriots, and he is actually he's a better pass rusher from the interior than he is the edge. Like, if you see him out there on edge, it's to set the edge and play the run.
Mm-hmm.
Like on pass rushing downs, you'll see him rotate into the interior. We'll put big Alfred Collins in there just because that dude's a monster. He's a mountain of a man. And then, we'll put our Bryce Huff and probably Samo or Guido Gross-Matos on the other side. That's our pass rushing crew.
Mm-hmm.
But I expect Salah to call a couple blitzes today.
Yeah. It's nice we're getting Derek Hall back because you probably heard they suspended him 1 game for stepping on that one Rams player. Like, come on. Yeah. Like, okay, you could come up with a better reason than that. So he stepped on one of the Rams players' legs.
Oh. Well, it's a violent game, and ultimately look at DK Metcalf, who I'm sure you're glad isn't on your team anymore. That guy freaking gets mouthing with a fan?
Yeah.
Bro.
And he threw a punch.
Really? Walk away. I'm surprised they didn't suspend him indefinitely because you can't be doing that, Suspend him for 2 games. What kind of message is that sending? That means a player could walk up and punch a fan, and he's only going to miss a couple games.
All that is, All they had to do was just throw out that fan.
Well, and all he had to do was not take any action, just mouth with him and go tell security, get that guy out of here. And security probably would have said, look, sir, we're going to move you away from the bench or kick you out, But now it's a big old news story.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes me wonder if that fan's a season ticket holder.
Timed out? You weren't timed out. So, did someone time out Gavin? I'm going to rewind and look. I don't think he was timed out. $11:38. That was 15 minutes ago. 11:39. Let me bring up YouTube on my side note here. So, 90 minutes before the game is when we find out if Trent Williams is playing. I'm honestly down. I saw enough out of Anthony Pleasance last week to the point where I think we could get through the game with him over there. You just have to call the right plays,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I know a lot of you guys hate your center.
We don't like that. Now, Jake Brindle is something different. And, I mean, he hasn't been playing the greatest of football. Okay, let's see what happens here. All right, Gavin, I see you. I'm looking to see if Gavin got timed out at some point. Maybe he had a connection issue. Nope. Damn it, Tommy. But so at this point, it's like our defense. Now we got everyone back. We're getting back pretty much. We got Renardo Green back. Everyone else is playing. Upton Stout's playing. We got everybody back. And we'll just have to see how Salah plays you guys. I honestly think he's been saving it. I honestly think he's been holding back and saving it for times like this. But we'll see. He's been playing some pretty plain Jane defense, So uh-oh. $21 personnel. I don't think so, buddy. Now, oh yeah, you've heard of our tight end too, right? Jake Tongas.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's a pleasant surprise, buddy. I didn't expect him to be anything but our third stringer, because we signed that guy Farrell to a contract.
Yep. Uh-huh.
But at this point, if you're looking to, you're looking to cause havoc in the defense, we got two tight ends we can do that with now. Our wide receiver group, if there's someone to be scared of there, it's news to me. The ball gets spread around there. Our running backs, CMC is a Hall of Famer, future Hall of Famer. Let's be honest. And Brian Robinson's actually been looking pretty good since about, I'd say 6-7 games into it when he does get carries. So, and that's the breakdown of our position groups. Wide receivers, the ball gets spread around. There's no one to like fear there. But you better cover everybody, because if you don't, they will be catching the ball. It's just that simple. You guys, you got JSN, who's a beast.
Yep.
Raheed Shaheed, who's okay. I haven't seen a lot of him, honestly. But then you have Cooper Kupp, who's, age declining due to age, but he's still there. And you got Burner, your tight end, who stepped up the last couple weeks.
We won't have Torrey Horton for the rest of the season because I think because I know he was. We thought we were going to get him back against the Rams because he was battling a shin injury. But I think Coach Mike McDonald said he'll most likely be back, like maybe in the playoffs or just back next season. And here's the best news for everybody's this year's Super Bowl. Don't worry that no one's gonna face Kansas City this time.
Oh, that's exactly it. Kansas City, I mean, last year before the Super Bowl, there was a lot of fan outrage about what happened during the 2024 season. You know, they won a lot of close games that were on questionable calls.
Yep.
Just be honest. Everyone saw it. And the fan outrage got to the point where the NFL could not ignore it. So they literally had to go, okay, we can't call the game for the Chiefs or it'll be painfully obvious we've been helping. It was already out there for everyone to see, NFL. Hello. We saw it. Okay. And, you know, the Eagles just mud stomped them and they won. They'll be the winners of 7 games this year. You know, I actually said that in a preseason prediction show I was doing on another channel. I said the Chiefs will win 7 games if the refs don't help them. And that's looking like a reality with or without Mahomes. You know, it was looking like a reality. I also picked the Broncos to win that division. So
yeah,
a lot of my other predictions didn't happen, but I was close on a lot of them.
I'm eating my words because I know I said at the beginning of the year the Bills would win that division again, but surprisingly the Patriots are like, man, I did not see the Patriots like. Look at them now. Drake May's been playing some good football. Yeah, and the Colts were the hottest team until Daniel Jones went down.
That is true. The Colts it's who's hot and who's not when it comes to playoff time, you know. And right now we're both rolling in hot. So Raheed Shaheed has 2. Hold on a second. 2 returns for touchdowns since week 16.
Yep. Yeah. When we played the Falcons, was it like 3 weeks ago?
Oh, okay.
And then that other one against that Thursday night against the Rams, like that's what got things going when we were down 30-14.
Okay. Well, I mean, when it comes to special teams, our unit has drastically improved from somewhere around we were last in the league last year to I believe we are a top 3 special teams unit right now. And I think you guys are pretty much there in that area almost every year. So, you know, it's a good special teams unit going against a good special teams unit. Literally.
I agree.
So, we'll see what happens. Sky Moore has come within a couple yards of having a TD, a return for a TD, which we haven't had in years, you know. So, but that's actually why a lot of people are like, oh, you guys traded for Sky Moore to be a wide receiver. Haha. No, we traded for him because we needed a kick returner. It's like, and he's performed very admirably at kick returning, you know. But again, we have two good special teams units going up against each other. I fully expect them to cancel each other out. You know, it's been a pleasant surprise though, buddy. I mean,
it is.
You know, to go from having a horrible special teams unit to having one of the best in the league, it's like it's been nice. You know. All right, buddy. Well, do you got anything else you want to add?
Okay, well, do you want to do like a score prediction?
I don't do score predictions.
Okay.
Like every time I do a score predictions with the Niners winning, we lose. So I just don't do score predictions.
All right.
If you want to do one, you're more than welcome to.
But well, I will say but I could talk about like keys to winning the game is like for us, like we need to get things going in the first half.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, learn to take the points. Like even if it's like, don't go for it on fourth down unless you really need to. Even if it's like 4th and 1 or 4th and 2 in the red zone, like no, just take the points. I mean, our running game, has been good lately. I mean, and for Sam Darnold, okay, this is a message to him. If you don't see anybody open, throw the ball away.
Don't try to force it.
Yeah, because I don't want to see like what we did against the Rams. Was it week 11? Like we threw 4 picks at them,
and the Rams still only beat you by 2 points.
Yeah, because I remember we were trying for like a 60-something yard field goal. Like, there's no way he makes this.
Tommy's right. Live to fight another down.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, I think that's all I have.
I expect a good game tonight. You know, we have a couple people getting their scores in the chats. I expect it to be higher scoring than 17-14.
I think so.
I think it'll be somewhere in the 30s myself.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's gonna be a close game.
But yeah, I think we're gonna win by 2 points in a heart attack victory.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, I'd say if we were to win,
that's all you're gonna get prediction wise from me.
Yeah, I'd say for us, maybe we would. It comes to Jason Myers kicking a field goal. Well, we just gotta watch and see what happens.
Brock Purdy with the Glock 30. That's playing dirty.
That's good.
That's funny. But yeah. I mean, our offense is on fire. Your defense is good, and our defense, you know. So we'll just. I honestly think it's going to be a higher scoring affair than a lot of people think. Like David Corona, this is more realistic. I don't know if it'll get into the 40s though. You know, but I expect another game of the year candidate tonight. Yeah. I'm not going to lie, folks. That's what I expect. All right. Well, I got to get on out of here. I got a little bit of plumbing work I got to do.
All right. Well, hey, thanks for having me on.
Hey, it's always great having you on, Eddie.
Hey, anytime.
I expect to see a good fight tonight. The other game starts soon, but does it really matter who wins that one? Let's be honest.
Not really.
I don't think so, because they're getting beat by an NFC West team in the wild card round. So I don't think it matters who wins that game.
Yep.
All right, folks, we're getting on out of here. And, as my guy Corey Davis says, go 49ers and F all 31 other teams.
Mm-hmm.
And I love to say, fuck the Rams.